And will you then take a percentage of those sales?
So we would split the sales 50-50.
Fucking... No wonder Pedro woke up then. Hello there. Oh, it's another in my exceptionally successful Dragon's Den reaction videos. Now, don't forget that you can leave donations in the comments. And any time I do a Dragon's Den video and I get $30 of donations, that's only 15 people giving £2 each, I'll do a Dragon's Den video the next day. That ain't a bad offer, is it? And also, don't forget I'm a writer. Top link in the description. That's free. You can just go over there and enjoy it. But I'll still make plenty of these. I'm just grifting because I'm a grifter. Hope you enjoy it. I haven't seen this. I've just picked one out of the blue. And sometimes I'll pick them out of the blue and they ain't that good. So you might not even see any of this, which is pointless telling you. Let's go. I love you. Isn't it amazing how some people are, you know, this woman exudes confidence, very well presented. You know, when I compare this to the two blokes that made the log chopping machine who turned up in their overalls, you know, I'm impressed already. And she's attractive. And, you know, let's not bollock around with it. Attractive people get an easier ride in life. You know, I'm proof of that. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Caroline Gross and I am here today with my business Smartzer. I am here to raise £100,000 for 10% of the business.
Right, so she's valuing her company at £1 million. Smartzer, not a great name. Doesn't sound too good. It's a bit Smartzer. It's a bit Schwarzer. It's a bit farts. And it tells me nothing of the product, which you don't have to. But, you know, I at this stage, I don't really know what sector it's in even. But we'll see.
Smartzer is a mobile and web application that enables interactivity on video content.
Okay, now, okay. I'm all over this already. I was one of the first people in UK e-commerce to use video on websites. And I can prove that. I'm not going to bother doing it, but I can prove it because there's videos on YouTube that were on my shops. Well, it was one shop then, website, like 14, 15 years ago. And it put loads of other companies out of business because it was that powerful. Now you see it everywhere. If you go to a shop, you expect to see a video of the product. You know, that's just standard. Amazon does it, you know. And Amazon makes... Amazon.com, the American one, I think they've got 50% of the American consumer durables market. So, yeah, video advertising is just standard now. And so when she says interactive, you're going to be able to play with the video. And I like this. I like it.
To illustrate this, I made a demo video of our current iPad application. So as we're watching these videos, we can touch the screen to reveal these icons that will instantly tell us more information about the products.
This is brilliant. Now, I already know the problem. I know why she will not succeed. There's no barrier to entry here. You could probably knock this up on ChatGPT the way things are going. If not ChatGPT, something similar in about 5 months. You know, if you've got a few quid and a few more quid than her, well, you know, anyone with basic programming skills can make this. The trick would be getting it to interact with YouTube. And then you wouldn't have to make videos. You know, people send your products to influencers. They make a YouTube video or an Instagram video, and it interfaces with that. and then you embed that on your website, and then you can just either click the screen if you've got a touch sensitive screen or phone, and most e-commerce purchases are now made on phone and tablet. Well, you say tablet, but it's mainly phones. You know, desktop and laptop is going down and phones are going up and up. So you see the product, you play the video. I mean, I already know what her entire business is, unless she surprises me. See the video, oh, I like the look of that. You can touch the jacket, and then it's going to come up, who makes a jacket, maybe the price. Probably wouldn't be a good place to put the price, leave that till later after you've sold them the product. But, you know, a few details about it, and a link, more importantly, to go to the shop to purchase it. My guess is that's her company. How she's valued that at £1 million, though, you know, you could knock this software you could knock up in an afternoon with the right people. The marketing is where this company fails or succeeds. Getting it out there, you know, selling the company, selling the solution that she's offered. And there's people out there with more money than her to do that. And that for me is going to be a problem.
Click in order now will take you directly to the website that sells this particular product, where we have more information. We can purchase it or go back to the show. And we can also share via Facebook, Twitter, or email, and for example, send this link to a friend and carry on watching. So I hope that's clarified how our product works.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And it is good. And every website, every retail website, whether it's a product or a service, will be doing this if it isn't already. Again, if you can get it to interact with Instagram or YouTube videos, because that brings the price point down for people like me. I'm not going to be able to afford to get a video made unless a nice AI video making software comes out by this time next year, like it probably will. You know, of my products being used, well lit, actors, you know, all that sort of stuff, soundtrack. No, that's thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds I don't have. But if I can embed it into YouTube or Instagram videos, which cost nothing to make, someone else makes them, you send them your products, yes, but I don't think they've done that. I think that will be something that YouTube does or Instagram does. Look at the marketing power of YouTube. Before the video starts, if you're interested in anything in this video, just click it. Compared to Smartzer. What? Oh, Schwarzer. What are we going to do with it? Where is it? So, you know, good idea. Exceptionally ridiculous valuation. And no barrier to entry. That's my summary.
The problem that our product is solving is inefficient monetization of product placement for content owners and retailers. Revenue will be generated through a hybrid of commission per sale and licensing the technology.
Okay, so she's making her money by licensing the tech. I mean, why would you pay to license it when you can pay someone once to make it? Doesn't make sense, does it? Commissions. Why would you pay a commission on everything you sold when you could pay someone to just make it? You know, she's come up with a good idea that everyone can do on their own.
Thank you very much. I welcome any questions that you might have.
I mean, she's pretty good. I'm guessing she didn't come up with this idea. I'm guessing she's a saleswoman. You know, most tech jobs are sales, really, because once you've got the coders in and done their job, it's sales, marketing sales, really. And yeah, would tap.
A quick fire.
She certainly sold me on herself.
A pitch from Caroline, who's looking for £100,000 in return for a 10% share of her technology business. But cloud computing pioneer Piers Linney wants to establish more about how the software she's devised actually works.
And this is the point I was saying. How do you integrate it into what videos, and what videos can't you integrate it into?
Caroline, hi, I'm Piers.
Hi.
So simplistically, I'm a dress manufacturer, whatever. I've got my 5 dresses. I've got a nice video fashion show, blue, red, green. I can run it through your system, tag the green one with a URL, put it on my website or my phone app.
Yeah.
When somebody sees the green dress, they see a little logo and they click it, and it goes to a URL or shop.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Piers. The longest question in the world. I think he was all right with how does it work?
Basket, and they can buy it.
Yes,
They don't
correct.
have to go to your website.
No, you only go to us for the tagging process. We've built this very, very simple way of tagging videos through an editor, where you literally enter the product details. You say the tag is here, it moves from here to here.
Yeah, but you cut her out. She's not needed. Thanks for sharing us your idea, but it's not required anymore because you shared us your idea.
And it's in place instantly.
So how unique is it?
And there you go.
It's not a new concept, is it?
No,
at all?
it's. I think this has been tried to do in the 90s, in the first times around. But I think now people are more and more using devices that will actually suit this type of technology. For example, iPads and mobiles and laptops to consume content. So I think this is the perfect timing to implement something.
Now, she does make a good point there, actually. As I explained to you earlier, that mobile phone sales are going through the roof, and at the cost of computer, desktop, laptop, whatever you want to call them, sales. And so you will get a certain kind of cultural context where things will take off, where previously they wouldn't have done. But I'm not going to repeat myself again. You know my concerns.
Like this.
So what forum do you mainly see this being used in?
One of the first companies that has approached us that we're talking to now is a TV show that has an app, and they would like to have this as an extra feature on their app so people can purchase the items featured in that content.
Oh my God, that's actually quite frightening. So not just videos in shops, but television, movies. I mean, Paul Virilio wrote a great book called War and Cinema, which isn't the one I'm talking about, but go and check that out. But he wrote a book called Speed and Politics, and there's a lovely quote where he says, I'm kind of paraphrasing, public space disappears as advertising invades everywhere. Something like that. And so, you know, you'll be watching a movie in a couple of years. I mean, I don't know when this was. I'll have a look later. I'm guessing by the look of the dragons, maybe about 10 years ago, something like that. But you're watching a movie at home, and you see one of the characters, and you like the coat. So, you know, your mum reaches over and, or whoever likes the coat, reaches over, presses the screen, and it stops. Everyone's like, oh, hang on. Scrolled. Oh, I like it. Oh, okay. Hang on, I'm just going to buy that. And you could probably buy it right there. Bosh, you've got your credit card or your debit card details saved in the system. Bosh, you select your size, finished. And then you're like, oh, okay, can we get back to the film? 5 minutes later, the music in the background, the soundtrack. Oh, I love this song. Bosh, what's the song? Type in the search. Yeah, buy that on Spotify. Television. Movies, you know, when the world becomes a marketplace, you know, in David Foster Wallace' Infinite Jest, he talks about the United States' obsession with leisure, and that the book's based around this sort of, I think it's like about 10 seconds of film. That is so engaging. People watch it till they die. They don't eat or drink. They watch it till they die. And, you know, it's a simple metaphor of the cost of entertainment. You know, how many times have you said to a lover or a friend or a family member who tend not to be lovers or friends, you know, oh, let's do something tomorrow. Let's do something. You know, let's do some leisure. And it ends up being really tiring. you know, you do leisure, but then we got to wait for a train, or you got to sit in traffic for hours on end, and you're eating from, you know, garage sandwiches, and you don't feel great, and it's too much Coca-Cola, and you know, and by the time you get home, you're absolutely shattered. And that's your leisure, that's you relaxing, that's your time off. And so yeah, it's quite frightening, really.
So they'll use it as a second screen experience, and through that...
Oh, I don't like the sound of a second screen experience. No, I want to watch the movie.
They can engage people a lot more and also get sales through the products.
So I have a company, I create a video, you would then create this.
Yes.
So then...
Kelly Hopham is a robot. I mean, let's just get that out there. She is an advanced AI droid. You know, what's that movie, Ex Machina? You know, and that bloke falls in love with the robot woman. Robot, you can tell how old I am. Hopham is one of those. You know, there's no blood coursing through her circuits.
And what is that going to cost me?
So if you would like us to build you an application or add this feature to your app, it will cost you...
Weird hand close-up, focus to brand. Hand to brand. Handtobrandmarketing.com.
You yearly £42,000 for the license. And
why are you going to pay nearly 50 grand to license something you could probably get made for 5?
And then obviously you will be generating revenues through sales of the
which they're also getting commission of. Yeah, okay.
product.
And will you then take a percentage of those sales?
So we would split the sales 50-50.
Fucking... No wonder Pedro woke up then. 50%. I mean, what? I'm just imagining being in a meeting and getting to that bit where the person who's selling me a product says, no, it's a 50-50 split. Off profit, hopefully, don't say revenue, but even of profit. You know, most industries' profit is, the margin's around sort of 40-50%. So that's gone down to 20, and you've paid the licensing. No, this is rubbish. And I'll tell you now something that I've been holding back from. There's much bigger companies that are doing this. And again, this is probably about 10, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old. But there's companies now that are huge, that were tech companies that are actually doing this. And so from the outset, she was too small. And 50% on top of licensing, no.
I'm just trying to work out why me, with my warehouse full of goods and I'm fighting to my margins, am I really going to give you a big part of my margin?
I was expecting it to be about, 4% or something. Like am I peaking? I apologise if I've been peaking all the way. That'd be awful. I was expecting her to say about 3% or something. And even that is putting me off on top of the licensing cost. But 50% of your profit. That's ridiculous.
I can't see it.
I think this can hugely increase the amount of sales you're going to get. So overall benefit for you is still going to be very, very large.
No, I disagree. I don't think the conversions will go up enough to justify that kind of cut. And it's not only about, your sales go up, which is great. Okay, let's say your conversions go up 20%. Great. And after her cut, that's 10% more profit, which is a substantial amount. But it's 10% more profit for 20% more admin, for 20% more people working in the fulfillment center, 20% more time dealing with customer service. So although it's 50-50 on the money, you're still getting 100% of the hassle of running a business for those products.
In comparison to what the costs will be.
I am actually building an online business at the moment. It's a Kelly Hoppen website. I'm using...
She's building that while she's talking. She's got half of her androidic brain working now. She just plugs her hand into her PC at home and just...
a similar application to this. Your 42,000, is that a yearly fee?
Yes, that will be the installation and then a yearly maintenance.
Oh my God, so it's not, she lied. That's an excellent bit of lying. Is that a yearly fee? Yes, that's an installation fee and then there'll be maintenance. Oh, so it's not a yearly fee, it's an installation fee and there's more to pay. Kelly Hoppen can get this built into her website for $5,000.
Yeah. You see, I'm using a company, I give them a one-off fee, they're creating the whole thing, the whole package for me. This, to me, is you're making more money every year for something that I can be doing once I've actually got the whole system set up.
The fact that this big client has approached us and offered to pay us a weekly fixed sum of money.
Yeah, but this big TV client is only probably doing about 6 episodes of something, maybe less. So it works in their interest because 6 episodes, they're not going to be paying a yearly fee, are they? I mean, I'm guessing 6 episodes, but I doubt it's going to be every week, 52 episodes. So the price will come down, the maintenance will go right down. Yeah, it's not quite the same. And a TV show has huge audience compared with a website. Now that's an unfair equivalence.
It does signal to us that clients that would see huge benefit in this product are willing to do
You can't charge £42,000 for this type of technology.
There you go.
I think you would be better off saying, I will just sell this application to you for £500 or a couple of £1,000.
That's exactly what I'd do. Here, we'll install this in your website, $3,500, job's a good un. If you have any problems with us, we do provide maintenance, but at a cost, but not ludicrous cost, so, I don't know, 40 quid an hour or something.
A very big retailer in the UK has put...
Yeah, you keep talking about this big TV show, this very big retailer, but have you signed anything? Or are they just having meetings with you, sponging all your research and sponging all your knowledge off you so that they can implement it themselves? My guess is it will be the latter.
Aside $200,000 a year for their app development. So charging $42,000 for something that will actually generate sales and is a very engaging way of doing so, I think is very good value for money.
A solid defence of her revenue model from...
No, it wasn't. It was just nonsense. It didn't defend it. Basically, she said, I disagree with you. Here's a different outlook on things. Here's a different opinion.
From the young technology entrepreneur. But will it be enough to convince self-confessed technophobe Duncan Bannatyne?
She's getting no one's investing in this business. There's no barrier to entry. It's too expensive, and it's valued 10 times too expensive. Well, it ain't worth anything. It's infinitely overvalued.
I think it's crazy to think that you're going to get companies paying you £42,000 per year for a license fee. The only thing I can say is,
I'm out.
I think what you demonstrated is great. I could see people using it. I think the fact that you've gone very tablet-based is new. And
I've been tablet-based in my time.
is good. When I do and we create websites on a worldwide basis for some major brands, from a top end, you've got a complete end-to-end portal, and inside that portal, you've then got unique ways to display video and encourage the user to have a user experience and buy.
Yeah.
You need a suite of applications and a further offering. And maybe there are some things that you could go to the next stage with something like this. But
Jones has just said it ain't enough. You need to offer more. Your product isn't enough. I mean, he said it well though. That's business talk. No, it's not enough. It ain't nearly enough. But you make it sound polite and encouraging.
I wish you the best of luck. I'm not going to invest.
There you go.
And I'm out.
So I disagree. I think you should focus on this application and make it the best it can be. You should be an online model that just makes this stuff work seamlessly. So I think the model you've pitched probably isn't the business model I think you should be going forwards with.
Again. I think you should be brilliant at what you do, but what you do isn't good. And I'm out.
So I think you're fantastic. You've come in very credible.
You look beautiful and I fancy you, but...
You've achieved a lot, but it's not for me, so I'm out.
Thank you.
That's a really weird bit of language there. You know, you come across really well. You're really credible, but it's not for me. I mean, what? Who? Her or the product? And that expression on her face is a response to that, what he actually said, rather than the words he used. You know, that's the face of a woman who's just been blown out.
Yeah.
And that's the face of a bloke who's just realised what he said.
3 dragons have now declined the opportunity to invest.
And the other two are just dragging it out so the show hits its 10-minute limit.
It's now down to Kelly Hoppen or to Deborah Meaden to make an offer.
Meaden rides horses. She's old school. She's not getting involved in any of this malarkey. And Hoppen knows that she's got someone in her office right now, and as soon as they stop filming this, she's going to get on the phone to a developer and say, right, make those videos interactive. And that's all she'll need to say.
Will they be prepared to put up the £100,000 she needs to develop her business?
To try and charge somebody £42,000 a year for something which actually it probably would, it'll cost somebody less. Once they've seen yours, it'll cost them a lot less to develop their own.
£5,000 max.
The licensing fee is too close to the development fee.
With
No, it's about 10 times more.
things like this, what you see on the screen is the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, but you haven't got the rest of the iceberg. You've only got the tip.
As a comparison, I have had a quote from a large US development
Oh, what is it with this woman and these large other objects? I mean, if she actually had that, she'd show them. I mean, I hope she goes on to say she's had a quote for them to buy her, and then I'd like to find out how much that was. And if they've offered her more than 30 grand, take it, because you could just make another one. I'll take 30 grand for this.
company. Just to build a simple prototype of this would cost $150,000.
Absolute rubbish. That's absolute. I mean, this was filmed 10, 15 years ago. I'm saying 15 now to try and help her out, but that's nonsense. You could probably get someone to do this on Fiverr. As I said, you could probably get ChatGPT to knock this up.
A prototype. $400,000 for them to develop this as an app.
Hang on. Nearly $500,000 someone's offered her. They're just, who is it, Jake Paul? Some schoolboys trust fund startup sitting in Starbucks. Yeah, what are we going to call it? I don't know, I was thinking of calling it Sman. I was thinking of calling it his, her, he, she.
I could go to another company that would give me a different number.
Exactly. Yeah, sorry. I have been repetitive. But then so she. And you know, ye who stares into the abyss ends up with the abyss staring into you, or something like that.
As good as you are, as good as this is, it's just down to that revenue model. You know, if I paid that much money up front, I wouldn't want to have to pay anything else. So I'm afraid I won't be investing.
That's amazing, that one. Well, what is that? What does that mean? What does that mean? We always see it, don't we? It's a fake. It's deceptive for sure. I tell you what I think that means. That is that is Foxtrot Oscar in its most diluted form. Fuck off.
Testing. I'm out.
Thank you.
I think that you have to be careful because there's a lot of competition out there. You should be selling more of what you do for less. So for that reason, I'm out.
That's really good advice, actually. You know, she's making her business. Look, in this kind of game, one of the things you can do, as I said at the beginning, yes, there are other companies that have got millions to spend on marketing, getting the name out there, and companies will want the original, even if latter versions are better. People do like the original. You know, I remember when Napster came out, you know, everyone had Napster while it was still legal to steal music off the internet. And, you know, I remember after that there was a few other ones come out, like BearShare and a couple of other ones. And like, I had a mate and they go, can you come round, and I can't get Napster working. I said, yeah, but I sent you that BearShare. And I remember he went, yeah, but I want Napster. And I said, yeah, but BearShare does exactly the same. He went, oh, come on, man. And there is that human thing of wanting the first, the original, the authentic, especially in a world where, you know, the authentic quality of things is, you know, just disappearing at a rapid rate. So, yeah, but she's putting a barrier in front of herself to get it out there, to be that first one. You know, Smartzer, is it called? It is called that, isn't it? You know, if Smartzer was the one, and you know, take a loss. You know, take a loss for the first 3 or 4 years. But just go to companies. I'd give out freebies. 2-month trial for free. You know, I had a company come to me. They gave me 200 quid Amazon gift voucher just to listen to them talk for 20 minutes. And I was just like, yeah, go on, crack on. I was thinking, there you go. Yep, that's another quid. Okay. And, you know, they offered us a free trial. You know, I got my voucher, but... And then they get out there. One of the things she said was, she's in this meeting I had with her, a company called Attentive. She said, we are the originals. She said, there's other companies that do this. She said, but we were the first company to do it, knowing the value of that. And it did have an effect on me, because we are looking into it. And my business partner did say, yeah, well, there are others, but there is something about me. You know, well, yeah, but they done it first. They're ahead of the curve. You know, they've learned more lessons. But she's hobbled her business by putting these ludicrous prices on it. You know, wouldn't it be amazing if she gave it out free to loads of really big companies? It done really well for them. And then, you know, when the CEOs and the CFOs of those companies go out for dinner, hello, Roger, how's business, son? And he goes, well, funnily enough, we've just had this integrated, I don't know, some newfangled kind of, what do they call it, API? I don't bloody know. You touch a screen and the old woman can buy a new bloody dress or whatever. But I'll tell you what, conversions are up 16%. And old Roger's like, bloody yes, what's the name of this one? And then the bloke says, oh, I can't remember offhand, Smartzer or something. But there's loads out there. No. Roger's going to say no. Ping me a text in the morning and tell me who you're using. Miss that boat and people with the money will sink her.
Out. But thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, and I appreciate all your advice and the opportunity.
Well, strangely boring. But, you know, I think I can't always just do ones where they're idiots. I think that, you know, that will get boring in its own way. And I hope you got something out of that. But let's go and have a look, as we always do, on these reactions and see what happened to Smartzer. So Companies House did did in fact confirm 2012 they were incorporated. If you haven't learned that already, that means they hit their VAT threshold, which I think at the moment, I don't know, 80 grand, something like that. And so they incorporated. They're now a limited company. When you're a limited company, that actually means, I've said it before, but you might not have seen them all, and it's good to know. That actually means limited liability. So if the company gets into loads of debt and owes loads of people money, you as a director aren't in debt. That's company debt. The liabilities of the company are limited. So that's what a limited company is. There's more to it than that. Of course, you have to start charging VAT, but you can also claim back VAT. Company like this providing a service, I doubt there's a lot of VAT they can claim back. But when we actually have a look at the accounts, and they're still going, I think this might be the first company that's still going that we've looked at. So let's have a look at their end of year accounts, which I already had a little... Oh no, I don't want to download them. Smartzer. Smartzer. Okay, so this was for the end of year. So this was just December gone. So this is where they are right now. Oh, okay, so the first interesting thing, the directors of the company have elected, I don't know if you can, no, you're not going to be able to read that. The directors of the company have elected not to include a copy of the profit and loss accounts within their financial statements. Now, you can do that. You can do it. But why? If you've got the option of showing your profits, well, you would. If you've got the option of hiding your losses, and you can have a company that's showing very little profits that is actually making quite a lot of money, because accounting is accounting, if you know what I mean. And that's not about breaking the law, but there's ways of doing these things. And do not break the law when it comes to taxes. Just do it properly. But this isn't great. At the end of 2021, they had 72 grand in the bank. 72 foul in the bank. Creditors, 56. Oh, that's not very interesting. There's a bit more. I mean, look at this. This isn't good at all. Their creditors, they own the bank 10 grand. They own someone else 20 grand. They own other. They owe nearly 100 grand. That's weird that they owe nearly 100 grand. How much did she want from the Dragons? 100 grand. I mean, for what? It looked to me like the business was all ready to. It's ready to sell. What could she need that money for? Maybe paying the 100 grand off that she owes. She's got 238 owed to her. Seems a bit weird. But there you go. I mean, 238 grand. I don't know how many people that's split between. But it's just, this business is 12 years old and they've got 90 grand in the bank. They owe 100 grand. And, they're owed 200 grand. It's just not really taken off. But that, again, numbers don't really, unless they're, excessively poor, don't really tell us. Let's have a look at some other things. So here we are on company check, and here, look, we can see from 2017 to 2021, a couple of years ago. So cash 5 years ago, 63 grand, now 72 grand. Net worth in 2017, 642,000. Lord knows. I mean, I don't know upon what multipliers they found that out. Net worth in 2021, 28 grand. 28 grand. I mean, and that's terrible. Current assets 310 foul, and current liabilities nearly 100 grand. It isn't looking good for them, but I think there's more. Usually I wait for the page to load up before I show you, but Smartzer.com has taken about 40 seconds already. You are losing about 80%. Suddenly, that took about a minute to upload. Now, that could be me, but everything else opened fine, you know. And so their website is still up. There you go. I mean, it's a terrible landing page. Terrible landing page. It looks like something from about 2008. Look at that, it looks awful. I mean, look, brands see up to 85% engagement with shoppable videos. What, 85% of people engage with it? Well, that ain't buying it. Brands see up to 7.8 ROI, return on investment, with live shopping. Yeah, but that's so vague. What with Smartzer or with live shopping per se? If it was Smartzer, trust me, it would say brands see up to 7.8 return on investment with Smartzer. No, with live shopping, and I'll show you why. So this is on Zoom Info. Who is Smartzer? Right, it goes on about, there's the website, blah, blah, blah. Revenue, 5 million. I've said many times on these reactions, you know, the amount of revenue you have to generate these days to make a significantly smaller net profit. But here's where it gets interesting. And this is kind of what I repeatedly said in the video. Top competitors of Smartzer, and as soon as I saw Curve Interactive, I thought, turnover 16 mil, but that is Eco as well, 16 mil. They've been blown out of the competition. You know, Smartzer there, they've kept all this. Look, Curve had 12 mil funding, Play Octopus 10 mil funding, and there's plenty more. Look how many. No, I don't want to do that, so I can't do that. There's just there's not the lack of barrier to entry. Everyone's doing this now, and the people who've got other tech interfaces and similar softwares who've already got a customer base are sweeping up the customers and the client base. Smartzer is worth 28 grand. She's been working at it for 10, 11 years. You know, if you've been working at a company, it's not just her. When I had a look at Companies House, there's 3 directors, I think. 3 people working 10 years. Yeah, they've probably been paying themselves a kind of decent salary, but the company's worth 28 grand after 10 years. See you later. Oh, do us a favour, can you just give that that thumbs up button, just give it a little tickle, and karma to you will come. Cheers.
Yeah.